My name is Isabel Escalante, and I was part of the Green Group. Our topic was trafficking, more specifically sex trafficking. The definition of trafficking is anyone that is forced against their will into labor, sex labor, or any other kind of forcible labor under threat, fraud, or coercion. Women and children are the most common victims of sex trafficking. Many of the women are forced into domestic labor or prostitution, whereas the children are forced into sexual abuse and child labor. The victims of sex trafficking typically have no money. They're held against their will, and they cannot leave because they have no means of getting away, or they have acquired illegal documentation from their traffickers, and they fear that if they go to the authorities, they will be punished with deportation or other means. A lot of the aftermath of trafficking for women in particular are unwanted pregnancies, HIV, AIDS, and emotional distress in their day-to-day lives. The children often are malnourished, and they get various diseases from factories that they're working in, different things like that, and they also experience emotional distress. One of the main points that we wanted to focus on was trafficking around us in Louisiana. The trafficking here is becoming an issue. According to Kevin Litton at www.nola.com, 52% more trafficking cases have been reported in 2017. Which is like 52% more than previous years. And there have been 681 cases of trafficking in Louisiana last year, 102 cases being in Orleans Parish, which topped the list as far as the most concentrated area of sex trafficking cases. The sex trafficking made up 94% of the cases last year as far as compared to labor trafficking in Louisiana. Another area that we focused on was trafficking when it came to men and boys, because we feel as though a lot of people don't really bring that topic to light. 41 of the victims that were reported in Louisiana last year were men. Our society doesn't really doesn't shine light on men as sex trafficking victims. They don't acknowledge them as much, and there needs to be more of a focus on rehabilitation and helping the victims that are men, because they feel as though they can't come forward because it would hurt their ego or hurt their image, because they're not seen as a macho man or different attitudes towards that. One of the things that I came across in my research was a woman named Anna Smith, who is the founder and director of Restore One. It is a company dedicated to helping the male victims of sex trafficking and shining more light on that. They actually opened the first safe home for male victims in 2014, which just goes to show how unprepared we are, because that's just becoming a thing that is happening in today's society. Anna Smith talked about how shocked she really was because there was reports of a boy being sold online at rentboy.com, and in 2015, and there wasn't a lot of media coverage on it. That was according to her reports. A lot of the thing we need to focus on most would be how to help them become more aware of sex trafficking in Louisiana and sex trafficking for boys in general. We need to help through raising awareness on social media and work on prevention and how to help them get through the shocking things that they have been through.